Hi guys, welcome back to the next part of developing Dallas, and I'm going to start off this one by asking if you want to change up in the series. So maybe I should go into the elites a bit earlier, mix a few of the golds and the elites together. So say maybe get 2-3 elites per episode and then get some of the golds in as well, or 2 elites per episode, 2 golds, and go that way. Because I'm really excited to use some of the elites, so I want to get them in earlier if you guys are alright with that. But anyway, moving into the actual episode here. Seeing how good Barry Church is compared to Jeff Heath, and for someone, I don't know why his card's so cheap, but he's only like 1,000 coins, but he looks phenomenal. So, we're going to put him in. We're going to get Doug Free in, because, we've still got a silver right tackle there, and Doug Free's card looks a lot better. So, we'll get him in. And obviously we'll get to upgrade him to his elite version soon, which I got the signature card for that, which I'm really happy with because it's actually quite rare on PS4. So pretty glad we managed to get that and building up the line, which I love doing. I love building up. Getting a good offensive line, I think, is key to doing well sort of in any game, to be honest. But we got Scandrick right there. Going to put him in because we need more corners because we don't actually have any great corners yet. But I think that's all we'll go for this episode. Want to get only a few players in. I don't want to rush through the series, even though it seems like people would prefer another series as opposed to this one. But we'll get rid of the players that we don't need, and I will jump into the checklist. So moving into the checklist here, we actually have quite a fair few golds left, which I don't think we had that many. It's over 15, but obviously I've got a lot of elites in the club just waiting to use. So hopefully we can move into them at some point soon. But I'm going to keep this episode a little bit brief on the talking before the game front. So I'll jump straight into a game now. But if you guys have enjoyed the video up to this point, drop a like on the video. Just try and get 15 likes. Comment down below what you think I should do further on, like from now on in the series with the elites and golds, whether I should start getting the elites in. And subscribe if you're new, but as I said, I'll jump into a game now. So this was one hell of a game. It was literally loved playing this game. It was so exciting. It was like I suppose it was pretty reasonably high scoring for the games that I've been getting lately, because people tend to just quit out all the time. And it wasn't one-sided whatsoever. It was a very close game. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this one. We're starting out here, first play. I'm trying to mix things up. Obviously, going to try and start with a run. But he manages to read that perfectly, sends someone right through the gap, and I get nowhere. I actually end up losing yards, which isn't the start that I wanted. So I'm going to go to the trusty mesh play. Unfortunately, we get a terrible throw, so hopefully, if you guys want me to upgrade to elites next episode, I think I might put Romo in there quite early on, just to get solid throwing stats down. As you can see, I sit in the pocket a lot. I barely ever roll out because I don't trust my line or my wide receivers to hold the blocks long enough. But good it was an easy throw, and we get a nice touchdown there. Easy run pretty much the whole way down the field. And we're just going to fullback dive it in for the easy score. So we go 7-0 up quite early on. And I'm thinking at this point, I don't want him to quit. I'm hoping it's going to be quite a good game, because I already had 3 quits before this game. And to be honest, I was running out of time to actually play the games. But we're on defence now. And I'm trying to use the linemen or the linebackers where I can, or get them into better starting positions at least. And this game, one thing I couldn't do was I didn't want to use the linebackers because the kits were so similar. I couldn't really tell people apart. Like, as you can see there, I thought that was my guy running across, but annoyingly it wasn't. So being on defence was really hard, especially using the linebackers. This guy tried to do it early on and just gave up. It was probably the same reason that I didn't want to do it. You just can't tell the people apart. I think the only difference is the kit's a little bit darker, but I can't spot a bigger difference than that. But you can see he has a fair few people open here. He had that route open all game, to be honest, and he was abusing it where he could, which is fair enough. But he gets 4th and 5 here, and I'm thinking, good goal line stand. We can pretty much stop him, because every other player had been pretty similar, and he throws it over, and our guy was so close, but just missed it. So, annoyingly, Upgrading the middle linebacker to McLean there didn't actually benefit us too much because he didn't make the play that I think he should have made. But 7-0, at least it's a close game, and at least I can fight my way back into it. I have more than enough time at this point to get back into the game before the half. So I'm going to run it out. I'm going to see the space open on the left and just cut out there. Brilliant blocking for some of my guys. And if I had a bit faster player, I would have been gone. But annoyingly, I think it's Scandrick, I think is his name. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but he's just not that fast. Found the opening, but just not fast enough to get there. And we're going to slowly sort of move the chains into the end zone here. As you see, X was wide open, but triangle also wide open. I probably should have gone X because he was more open, but 4th and 2. He forced us to a lot of 4th downs this game, and I was just thinking, I'm going to go for it because I can get a few yards each play if I want to. Annoyingly, 3rd and goal. He very unlucky there. He didn't get a pick from his side. I was very lucky. But I'm going to take the field goal. As you can see, good clock management from me there. 6 seconds left. We go 10-7 up. He gets bought at half, so I'm still confident at this point. I wasn't really that good at stopping his offense, but mainly due to the fact he had that route open most of the game, and I couldn't see who was who. Sort of on the offensive, defensive side of things. But luckily, once again, that was wide open. So I'm trying to learn from this point and make sure that isn't as wide open. We're locking the run game up really well. Like, our defensive line is playing phenomenally. We just need to work on our cornerback linebacker situation, but we're going to upgrade them pretty soon. We're going to get Byron Jones in a cornerback, and all his cards look brilliant. I mean, his silver card's playing pretty well, so I'm sure his gold-rated cards are going to play just as well. And I think there, he thought that was his player who was wide open because he was just sort of lurking there waiting for the pass. Luckily, it wasn't. But he's going to force me to 4th and 7 instantly. And I wasted, 30 seconds there? So for me, I just wanted to waste the clock, and I'll take the 10-7 win. But as you can see, nothing was really that open there. I didn't have time. He managed to get a good block shed in. And we're going to force him. He's going to force us to make a turnover. He's going to be wide open there. Don't know why he dived on the floor. I think he got a little bit excited that happened. Wasn't expected. But he's 3rd and goal. Just coming into the 4th quarter. So I'm pretty sure he's going to score here. I jumped the line stupidly because we get a pick. And at that point we would have been safe. But stupidly on my part, I jumped the gun. He's just going to quarterback sneak it. And he's going to get in. So at this point I have to score. I have to get a touchdown, to be honest. Otherwise, I'm going to lose. So, 14-10. Fair amount of time left in the game. 3 minutes, 50 seconds. But as you can see, I'm running out of time now. I've already used a minute, and I've barely made any sort of headway up the field. But luckily, I'm just going to concentrate on my game, get the first down, try and get good clock management in here. And he kept going for hit sticks and just missing them. And Beasley was just running rings around him all game. This Beasley Team of the Week card is really starting to show his stuff now. So much better than the silver receivers already. But 1:20 left here. I went for the fullback dive. Didn't think I was going to get in, to be honest. But I don't know if he let me score that or not. Looks like he did because he went cover 3 and didn't, jump on the run whatsoever, which I thought was kind of obvious I was going to do. But it gives him time to score, which I'm quite nervous about. I mean, I didn't want to score there. I just wanted to waste some clock. But if he gets a field goal, it's a tied game. So I'm reasonably confident with that. He's wide open there. Nothing I can do to stop that. And he's in field goal range. So at this point, I'm just thinking, right, if I can just, slowly force him to maybe get 4th down, take the field goal, take it to overtime, and we'll go from there. I'm more than happy because this game was really, really enjoyable to play, to be honest, because it was so close. But he was wide open on the left there, and I adjusted to that. As you can see, I changed my adjustment. I moved Barry Church over to the left a little bit. And luckily for us, he goes for the same play. He's sort of wide open. But luckily, Barry Church makes a brilliant pick there. Play of the game, I think. Barry Church put him in, and he just made the play to win us the game. So luckily for us, as I said, we get the win. We're just going to run down clock. And that's the end of the game. But if you guys enjoyed the episode, like I said, drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of Developing Dallas.